Pony Boy Sushi Girl. From what I remember, that was pretty much the nicknames for both Jimmy and Sarah back when they were young and in love and all that good shit before Gerald came along and fucked it all up. So, yeah. Season 1, Episode 3. This was, I think, probably the best. Yeah. What did I say? Yeah, top 3 so far for Season 1. But yeah, so in the first scene episode, they're playing charades, and it was greatly noted that Jimmy didn't know a damn thing about his son, and even after that, Sarah was saying, I mean, like after he spent time with him, Sarah was saying that she greatly did admire the fact that Jimmy tried to spend some time with him, but he needed to spend more time with her son. So, getting straight to the point, later. Jimmy's with Annalise and Ravi in the kitchen, and Annalise tells Jimmy that his biggest problem is that he can't get real with people. That whenever he gets real with people, he tries to make some type of lame ass excuse to try to get their mind off it. And I think one example of that was the pepper shaker or something along them lines. So, yeah, and he actually thought about it. He was all like, Annalise, is there anything I ever done for you? I haven't really listened to you about? And she was saying that, for 10 years, I know I've been unfulfilled, and all that stuff. He sort of cut her off mid-sentence, like, yeah, you know what? Whatever you want to do. So she suggests that they hire a new mixologist because she feels as though the bar scene that at the restaurant is outdated, with Jimmy's old friend. Got his name, honestly. But yeah, so he agrees to it. And he's off trying to build a better relationship with his progeny, Gerald. So you see Gerald with his mom sitting on the couch about to watch yet another long list of probably Friday movies since he was fucking 3 or since he could walk. So pretty much Jimmy says that, you know what, we're going to hang the crap out of each other tonight. And Gerald's down for it, but Gerald said he had to spend some time with his mom, but Sarah was like, yeah, you can hang out with Jimmy. Then they had this fun little banter in which she would say, you know what, I had plans tonight, I was going to get my dress. And then Jimmy's like, and also, you know what, or I might just read a book. Jimmy's like, there's no dress or a book. And she was silent, and Jimmy smiled. And after that, we get to Jimmy's apartment. And Gerald wants to know about Pony Boy and Sushi Girl. Because you remember from the first episode that Jimmy mentioned that those were nicknames they gave each other and that he actually was in love, or at least he hinted that he was in love with that woman. And Jimmy tried to distract Gerald the same way Annalise, mentioned earlier, with some type of lame excuse, whatever. And Gerald kept on, getting on him. And Jim was like, you know what? We got all night to explain that. I'll tell you later tonight. And Gerald's like, okay. And they fucking got hammered off, I believe, either some type of whiskey or something, which was 9 years younger than Gerald. Which Gerald was surprised that his father remembered how old he was. So after that, they got really fucked up. They were doing fucking, what's that shit when you're like fucking, doing that, like, toe tapping? I don't know, some type of shit you do with your feet, whatever. It wasn't dancing. I think it was some type of whatever. They was also playing catch. They were smoking cigars. They were just enjoying themselves, had a wild time, while Sarah was trying to see which character on Friends she was. I think she wanted to be Monica. She's like, damn it, why am I not Monica? Eventually Jimmy and Gerald get so fucked they go to like an ice cream shop, and Jimmy reveals to Gerald that, he did fall in love with his mother. And that at the time, the reason why it didn't happen, because he felt, he was saying that, Gerald's mom was this hot rocker chick, and that it took him several months to even get her acknowledgement, and that he thought he could get her back at some point, but time just went so quickly. And he was saying that it's very important that if you want something, you got to go for it, You have to go for it. You just can't, be like, I can get it whenever I want. Because time, it doesn't wait for no man. So that hit Gerald like a ton of bricks, and Gerald probably 95% intoxicated at this point. Just bounced after he gave a sympathy little almost throw up, and Jimmy had to get something before he puked. And Jimmy went back to the crib, went back to Sarah's, and pretty much said to Sarah, our son is missing. We had a little bit of something to drink, and he bounced. And she sort of made a sarcastic gesture, say, you know what? There was a time you and I hung out, we wasn't hammered, you know? So, yeah, they had a really good heart-to-heart on the road, and he was saying that you made my son into a romantic, soul-loving female man boy, you know? She would say, oh, I'm so sorry, I gave him feelings. That makes him a woman, you know? And they were really trying to conjure up an idea where he was at. And they realized, you know, that he was most likely, you know, at Vanessa's due to a movie they watched. I believe that Gerald and her watched last Friday. I mean, the Friday previous. So it was funny, a little comment after when Jamie was all like, you know what? After next movie we see, we're watching Roadhouse. You know, that's the ultimate masculine movie, I guess. So they find Gerald, and he has this really interesting, which Sarah at first thought was a drone, like really good presentation, like with the plane and like the whole Samantha and the Schnitz and all that stuff. It was really beautiful, you know, and it was, but unfortunately Vanessa wasn't there to see the fireworks in the really interesting little montage film. So yeah, it was fucked up. But her mom saw it, or at least her grandma, looked like a grandma, you know. So yeah, after that, Gerald and Jimmy had a heart-to-heart, and Gerald was saying to Jimmy, please don't, you know, put this in, please don't read my diary, and, you know, about this event, you know. And Jimmy's like, I wouldn't want to. Yeah, I might. I'll just laugh at you. And Gerald's like, joke's on you. It's locked. You know, so, but besides that, another funny moment in the episode, he was saying to Jim that he was thankful for them hanging out, you know, as father and son. Jim was like, yeah. But he also called him dad, I think, with convention. For the first time, dad. And Jamie actually accepted it. So that was pretty, you know, that was a really touching moment. You could see Sarah in the background really being emotionally overwhelmed with this moment. And also being disgusted at the puking sound of her son, puking up probably the last 3 weeks worth of food in her toilet. So yeah, you know, it was a pretty good episode. And I believe another, like, a noticeable thing that happened, so, like, that I possibly, I remembered. Annalise and the bartender. Annalise wanted, like I said before, she hired a mixologist. The guy at the bar didn't like him. And he noted the fact that Jimmy actually gave him a job because, you know, he took the blame for Jimmy dropping a really important thing of Italian wine. And Jimmy said he had his back ever since then. So it turns out they go back to the guy's house. They convince him by letting his daughter work with him. And Jamie tells him at the end of the episode that it wasn't because of that. It was because he slept with his daughter like 20 years ago. She was crazy, and he felt bad for that. And it turns out that dude's daughter is a crazy bitch. But yeah, this is my review for Grandfather Season 1, Episode 3. Thank you for watching. Ask some comments. Subscribe to my channel. And like I said before in the previous video, I'm going to be doing this shit all day, baby. So, prepare yourself.